Ah yes, space. The final and blockiest of the frontiers. Hi funky people, it's Gerfunkable. And I almost didn't make it here.
Get out of here, creeper. Don't you know there's a raid going on? What? Why are you blowing my fence? Oh, man. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Hey, guys, oh, no. Running. Oh, no, not like this. No.
Yeah, I was not having a funky time, that's for sure. I almost didn't make it out here to space. But in the next 100 days, I persevered, went forward, gathered all the elements that I needed, fought dangerous monsters and things from, well, beyond this world, and even deeper, to find a suitable place to put my colonists. Because in 100 days, the Minecraft world as I knew it would be gone. A huge asteroid was coming towards Earth, and it would be only 100 days before everything would be gone. I was tasked with getting all the settlers off of this world and onto the next one, where they would survive, live, and grow. And maybe, just maybe, we could go back to our Minecraft world and rebuild it. But for now, I look to the stars and hope for one day we'll be able to complete this monumentous task. But for now, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. I introduce 100 days to explore space. Now every 100 hardcore days always starts with, well, punching a tree. At least with this mod pack that I was using, there was no added difficulties. This was a pretty simple Modcraft, and, well, I made a table and got some tools and started beating down trees. Oh, well, that was kind of high over there. And, well, I just made myself around. I was looking for a town, looking for some sheep. Hi there, sheep. Bye, sheep. I need your mutton, thank you. And, just gathering resources for what was to be. I only had 100 days to, well, gather everything together. And what was this thing? Oh, hey there. Oh, it spits. Okay, yeah. So a funky guy like me is gonna go around and try to survive the most days he can. I'm not the best at it. I've never actually beaten the Ender Dragon, if you can believe it. Well, without cheats, but this time I was doing it hardcore, making sure that if I die, well, I'd have to restart. And for these villagers and for this Minecraft world, it would all be over. And really, I don't know how all the other guys do so much things in one day. I mean, I barely got to sleep and kill a few sheep. But as I made myself around, I found something in the distance. Oh, some more sheep, yes. No, but something beyond that. It was looked like a ruined portal, yes, and it had some really good stuff. Lots of carrots, a hoe. That was going to be important later on. Anyways, I found a village quite shortly after that and took a look around. And, well, Rune Stand, Cleric, it was a pretty big town, which is really cool. Yeah, that alchemy stand would come in real handy later on. Anyways, I found a deep dark hole, and just like my very cautious self, because I'm not the greatest at hardcore, I just kind of placed a few light lanterns and torches, and I needed some more, so I went and chopped down some wood and started making base because it was starting to get dark and very quickly. How do these guys do so much stuff in just a day? Anyways, it was the next day, and I gathered some more resources and, seeds and just stuff that I would need in my future journeys, and including some of these plants. The villagers would obviously need plants and other seeds to survive if they were going to be transported to the colony. So I went back down and found some iron, and, yeah, I found something else. Oh.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't ready for him. Anyways, I went back out and came back down, and he despawned, so it was pretty safe. I went ahead and did some more searching, just making sure to light everything up underneath the town. It was starting to get dark again, and well, I needed to keep going on with my base building. It would take me a next couple of days to get everything ready. Get on my bed. Anyways, so it was the next day. I started to, work on my base a little bit more since now I had more cobblestones, and I got some iron, so that was great. Go ahead and craft that up and, get some iron tools. Day 5 rolled around just like that. I mean, these days fly by. I don't know how these guys do it. And I cooked some meat up and went back down to, the underside of the town. Just got some more materials, some marble, just, kind of building materials. I also went back to the nether portal and figured I needed some of this gold and chopped out the gold because I would need that probably later. Anyways, for the creeper problem, I needed to go get some fish. And these fish, well, they're pretty wily. I went down to the river and, chopped some fish up because I would need to get some cats. And I would probably need to build a very large gunpowder farm for the rest of the time that I was doing. So that night I went ahead and, now with a lot of fish, went ahead and started finishing up my base. Day 8 rolling by now, and wow, everything is just coming by real nice. But of course we have some visitors. Go away, thank you very much. And I've got some gunpowder, which is our first step to going to space, is making some fireworks. Now that I have some fireworks, I just needed to get some more kitty cats, so I didn't have any more problems with the creepers. Day 9 rolling around after I got all the cats in order, and I got one into my room because I was kind of paranoid. And, make sure that he was not going anywhere. I went ahead and finished off my roof. That was going to be my basic launch pad basically, and went back down to the mine to get some more coal and other materials that I would need. Thankfully I found some more iron, which was great. I really needed it because of all these tools that we're going through, and I found this really cool passage, so I decided to go ahead and check it out. Yeah, obviously it was gonna go someplace cool. I went ahead and grabbed some ladders that I made and went up into the darkness, which is, usually not my forte. Boy, I'm a funky guy, but I'm very frightful as well. But, luck has it, I found some more gold. That was great. I went ahead and mined that, but of course down here is, you find friends real quick. Hey there, would you please go away? Yeah, they blow up real easy. And of course, this was hardcore, so I knew one mistake, just one mistake, and I would be dead, and that was not what I was looking for. Anyways, I digged around and found some more iron, which is great. It was a really big deposit. I mean, it was really cool, and I got to see some of the new blackstone. I guess that's what this is, blackstone slate. Yeah, it was really cool. Kind of like a darker tint. And there was so much iron here. It was just unbelievable. I was a very funky man. I digged some more and found some copper. And of course, broke the one rule. Yeah, you don't dig down. Yeah, you just never do. I'm still kind of a noob. Anyways, going around and I found a skelly. Well, I was ready for him this time. I had a shield and I went ahead and fought him. But things went well. That was great. I shortly found that he was guarding some diamonds, and it was in this new kind of biome, black slate diamonds, which was really great. I almost messed up there and janked myself from a diamond using a stone pickaxe, but I went ahead and switched it back to iron, just to be sure. I went back up to my base, making sure to get everything gathered together, and I made myself a little comfy base down here and smelted all the good stuff so I could get some more room, because I'm always running out of room because I just don't know how to manage anything in my inventory. And made myself that diamond pick. It was day 12 already, and I couldn't believe that I had survived the first 10 days, because usually by 10 days I'm already gone. Anyways, I went ahead and picked up some lava for later, just to make that nether portal because I would probably need to go in the nether and get some stuff out of there. I was not looking forward to that. I went ahead and got out of my little trusty cave system and back to the base and back to the town. Everything was going great. There's Fluffy over there. How's it going? No creepers. Great. That's good. And started building some extra amenities that I would need. All right. Day 13, lucky 13. I had my rocket, and I was gonna go ahead and blast off, but I saw there was some new cats around, so I went ahead and tame them because I did not want any more creepers coming around. I also grabbed this sheep because I would need some wool for later. I don't know why I grabbed the gray sheep. I pulled eventually, a white sheep because they're much more better than the other sheeps, and got them into the corral. And oh look, another cat that I tamed. Well, now that I got everything in order, I decided, well, let's go ahead and start a farm because we're going to need lots and lots of food, if we're going to go out into space. So I went ahead and carved up a farm right next to my base and did the whole, infinite water trick thing or whatever. And, went ahead and got myself some wool. And made myself some new buddies in there. Hey, how's it going, everybody? And started going ahead and make my clothing for space. Went ahead and grabbed some sand for we're gonna need a lot of windows, if we're gonna look out in space. So went ahead and grabbed that and went back to my base and just made sure that I needed some paper as well. So that's why I had those sugarcane running around. I went ahead and went back to the nether portal, and I went ahead and built it back up because I knew that I was going to need to go and get some blaze rods. So I was not looking forward to this. Oh boy.
I hate the nether.
Yeah, I went ahead and started a fire. That didn't work at first, but trial and error. Here we go. So I got to the nether, and well, here I was. I'm gonna need to trade with some piglin, see if maybe they'll give me something nice. And I went ahead and tossed them down some gold, and they eventually did toss me down some fire protection potions, which was very helpful for the next part because I found a fortress and there was lots of blazes over there. I went ahead and creeped up on those guys with the fire potion and killed them real quick. Man, this was gonna be easier than I thought. Then I ran into this guy. Oh.
What the heck are you? Oh my god.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyways, I never found out what this thing was because he always was hiding out over on the edge there, and I was not about to follow him down. But I went ahead and farmed myself some rods because that's what you do down here in the nether. You're gonna need the rods, and you're gonna need to, make sure that you have fire protection because it's gets kind of fiery down here. It's not very funky. Man, this guy, he would not stop bugging, and he was right on the edge. And of course, I didn't bring any bows because I'm not very good with, shooting things with arrows. Oh God, please make it stop. Oh, yeah. Thank God for those fire-resistant potions because I was on fire. I was not a very funky man. Get out of here! Go on, get! And look at him. He's just taunting me right now. Anyways, I went ahead and went back to my nether portal, and after a while, I finally eventually found it. It wasn't too far from the fortress, which was very nice. Went ahead and went back with my supplies now that I was able to go ahead and make the first stage of the rocket and close up my base, and I started to get to work. Had the blaze rods and some extra materials. It was all looking really funky, so I went ahead and made sure that I was getting my glass and getting all the just extra stuff. And it was already day 21, and wow, I was kind of slow, and I needed one extra vital component, some bamboo, and either of course I would need to find a jungle biome. So it was kind of a long trip, and along the trip, I found another, one of those rune portal things. Surely had lots of good stuff. Yeah, I never knew what the Curse of Vanishing does. I guess it vanishes if you get hit or something? Anyways, along the way, I found another town, and it was kind of icy town. It was getting dark, which was perfect because I did not want to be out here in the cold, in the dark. And I quickly made myself to one of the houses because I needed to sleep. There was nothing in this house, but I went ahead and plopped down in bed and slept. It was day 22 now. Things are getting real desperate. However, hey, look at this guy. This guy was really cool. I was able to trade some of the emeralds for some sea lanterns, which was very nice, even though we're not even near the sea. And I ran into these guys.
Are you friendly? 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 Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know if those were friendly. But, along the way, hey, I found this cold pumpkin patch and decided to farm up those pumpkin patches. And let me tell you what, later on, I was so glad I did that. You're gonna see. Oh man, yeah. Without those pumpkins, let me tell you what. But hey, look, there was another town, and it was just like not that far away from the other town. It was great. Went ahead and looked around at all the town citizens, and see what they had. Just kind of a wandering dude, just kind of going through, and had some bread, and took that, and some potatoes, and well, whatever goodies they might have had, because that's what you do, I guess. Anyways, so went ahead and just made sure that I took all the goodies from the base. And I was about to get to this house when I heard a noise, and then I saw something, and it was a bear. And oh my god, it was a bear. Yeah. Hi, bear. No, we're not going over there. Okay, anyways. So we didn't look in that building, and I'm not going to go look in that building because of the bear. Me and bears don't get along, It's one of those things. It's just those bears. Anyways, I kept continuing to go north and west and just all about, and got myself a boat and started to swim about. It took another day or so out here in the open ocean, but I did find a desert city. That was kind of cool. So I went ahead and checked that out. It was a desert city, so obviously I was getting close now, I felt. Went ahead and grabbed my boat there and went up to see what was in the desert city. Hey, how's it going? Let's see what you got here. Nothing. Okay, about here. And they had pretty much dead brush. That was exciting, I guess. I don't know. I took the cactuses because I guess maybe the cactuses would live in, space. Oh, I found a bookshelf, which was great. I'm going to need those books for later. Make my own enchants. Not really sure how to do some enchanting. But I cleared out the town and went ahead and went to the north. And I'm like, I felt like this was a pretty good place to go. Lots of sand. I was hoping for a jungle island here pretty soon. Just not lots of dead things. I eventually did find a jungle island. It only took about 3-4 days for me to find the jungle island because I needed bamboo for the life support systems, and man, it was starting to get dark. I did not like it. There was lots of sounds, and I didn't know what was in a jungle biome because I don't do that. So the next day I went ahead and slept, and I found, well, finally some bamboo. And man, that was pretty cool. It was right next to this crater thing. It was looking pretty nifty, but I didn't care about that. I was all about the bamboo. And chopped down good 2 stacks. I heard it grows pretty fast. And I was pretty much done. I was a very, very funky man. So I rode and rode and rode and, well, rode for a whole entire day, as you can see here in this time lapse, and kept rowing. until I found, a shoreline that was, absolutely close to my base. So I grabbed my boat and I made myself to my base. I was getting close to my base now, and oh, there it is off in the distance, which is a very funky thing. I was very, very happy and kept moving because, well, it was dark and I was hearing lots of creepy sounds, and I do not do well with the creepy sounds. Anyway, so I made myself back to the base, and it was crawling. So I put down a bed, just anywhere. I had to sleep, and sure enough, the next day, all the zombies that were out there hiding were, on fire. And well, I had a different problem. Yeah, these creepers, man, they they sure like to infest, don't they? And I was gonna have to deal with them. What good are you, cat? Huh? I should have let them loose, but anyways, come here. Look him run away from the cat, but he still wants to kill me. Oh my god. Anyways, these creepers, man. I'm gonna have to deal with them, but I was at least happy because they gave me lots of gunpowder, and I needed lots, and also needed some string. So I found a spider and I killed it. Get out of here. Yeah, go on. Anyways, so now that I had all my materials, I had to make some trapdoors, and I had to make myself my oxygen generators, so that way I would survive in the vastness of space. And we also needed a furnace, to get things going. I also needed some slime. I eventually made a slime kind of generator, but for the moment I needed some slime for my air tank because I would need it if I was going to go to the moon or any place else. And I found some copper, which is the new material, and I was going to need lots of that material because well, you'll see later. And then this guy showed up. he apparently he was not friendly. I do not know what mod this was from. I'm just assuming that he came from space. Anyways, I went ahead and made my rocket now. It was all the engine was ready to go, and I just had to put together the other part to get the entire thing together. So now that I had the crewed rocket ship, I was going to be able to blast off to the moon, which I was really excited about. I went ahead and checked out my top deck and then made another deck made out of wood, put it down, but it was raining, so bad weather, had to call that off, and I went back to farming since now I had a whole bunch of seeds from some different biomes, and I wanted to plant some stuff down because the colonists would definitely need these seeds in the future. It was getting dark now, and I wasn't quite ready to go to the moon. I still needed some, materials, some meat, just in case. I was kind of paranoid. But at night, I went ahead and launched off. It was a kind of harrowing experience. But no, I wasn't ready. Yeah, no, I went ahead and went back and decided that, well, I was going to need a lot of gunpowder. So I went ahead and made a creeper farm. Looked it up. It seemed pretty easy at, the moment. And at least I had lots of cobblestone from all the mining. So I went ahead and just set it up and had my little cat friend over here, for the future. Went ahead and just set this all up. Needed lots of gunpowder. I mean, we're talking just, hundreds and hundreds of gunpowder. So this farm, it was critical in my development in order to get to the moon. But after a while, you didn't need it. You'll see. Anyways, I went ahead and went mining some more because I was out of stone, and well, I was kind of wanted to hear something, but I heard something over here. I found this pocket, and it was making lots of noises, and didn't sit with me very, very well. And sure enough, I opened it up, and there was, well, there was a surprise in there because I've never seen this before. What? Yeah, there was a skeleton just hiding there, and he was just hanging out, and so was a whole bunch of other nasty things, and so I had to kill him, and I was down to half, and I made sure that I got rid of all the nasty creatures, and the loot was pretty terrible. Lots of bones and just some iron ring that I nearly died there, half health. That was not very cool. But I decided to keep digging that straight line, and eventually I heard another noise along that same axis, and oh, look at that! It was a new biome.
Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, this is cool. Very sparkly. Yeah.
So I opened up the new biome, and as you can see, there was somebody waiting in there for me. I went ahead and just made sure that, you know, he exited the premises, because all this shiny, cool-looking amethyst geode room thing, I was definitely taking all of this, because just, wow, so cool. Anyways, I chopped down, like, all the amethysts that I could. You know, I made sure that I gathered at least 4 or 5 sacks, because I had a plan for it. You know, never really used it. Went back to my base, and, well, I went ahead and organized some stuff. Got my fireworks. I was ready now. I thought I was ready. I was ready to go to the moon and you know, just explore everything and just kind of look at my last view of the overworld before I went to the moon, and you know, just kind of check things out. There's a creeper farm, was looking pretty good, and these tall mountains in the background. Man, to tell you what, I went ahead and got a launch station, because you need that to get to the moon, and you just put your fireworks in the rocket launch station, and it just loads up just like that. Now with everything loaded up, I went ahead and blasted off. Okay, let's try that again. Blasted off. And this was incredible. I felt so free as I went into the air. It was cool. I was looking out down below. This was amazing. I was doing it. I was getting to the space, and sure enough, I got to the moon, and I was already starting to die, and then I shift clicked it out of my space suit rocket thing, and yeah, I was not looking forward to that. I nearly died with that thing. I placed down the life support block and the power block, and I started to get to work, and furnace block, and just everything I needed to get everything working, and I got the oxides, because I was dying. And I had forgotten my air tank, so I had to seal things off and get back home, and then come back, and it was just kind of like it was very complicated. Let's leave it at that. Anyways, I went ahead and just closed everything off, and just nothing was working. I was still getting hit, reloading shaders, throwing cobblestone. I don't know what I was doing. I was just grabbing all the food that I could, and it was not funky. I went back to the base and got my life support system and my air, and made it down, and finally started to dig. It was kind of dark down there, so I made some torches, and it was very nice. Kind of a little bit creepy, but there was nothing out there on the surface. I did find this opening to the tunnels, and I made myself a little ramp getting out, and there was something down there. Oh yeah, these things could jump, man. Let me tell you what, if I could jump on the surface of the moon, these things could jump 10 times higher. Oh, come, yeah. Yeah, they also hurt you when they get you. And these things sure jump. Look at that. Look at him go. You gonna sign him up for the NBA or something? I don't know. Anyways, a lot of those things around, and you know, we're on a different planet. So as you can see, there's, besides the little creepy, you know, crawly things down here, there was a ton, and I mean a ton of iron. I mean so much iron. If you saw some of this much iron. But I did finally find in one of these rooms, it was a power shard. and you needed those, later on to make different rockets, different parts, and just it's kind of a rare material. So I got 4 of those, which was very nice, and just kept going because I still needed some aluminum. Went back to base, and I love jumping on the moon because you just jump and just like boom. It's lots of fun, and it was real dark, and just I could just see the Minecraft Earth above. It was great. But man, the view up here, I tell you what, nothing can be beat. I was a very funky, happy man, and well, there I am on the moon with the Minecraft world behind me. Nothing better than that kind of selfie. Had my Diamond X out. That was really nice. So I went ahead and went back to base on the surface world, lifting off. Nice bag full of iron and aluminum and just lots of stuff. Came in the night, and it was great. Except my base was overrun with zombies. Not the greatest thing to come back. What is that guy doing over there? Come on. With the glasses? Really? Anyways, I had so much stuff to do, but I kind of hid out here on the top level of my base because, well, there was way too many mobs down there to save for the night to sleep. And my town was overrun. I was going to have to fix that. And that was going to be one of my things on my list. Next day finally rolled around, and all the zombies and whatnot got burned up through the day and just got cleared out, which was very nice. I would have to go down there and just clear everything else that was hiding in the shade, which I was not looking forward to. But before I was going to clear out the town with all these zombies and whatnot, I had other pressing matters. I had to empty my bag out and, get some gunpowder and some barrels in order to get my boosters for the next step. And just every night there was just more and more zombies and other critters out there, and including one got in my base, and I don't know how that happened. How do you even spawn in here? There was 2 of them. It's crazy. I had to do something with this town because that night was not very, very comfortable. There was lots and lots of zombies and just other bad things hanging out. So I had to kind of once again hang out for the night. But I decided during that night, since I had so much iron, to start making some scaffolding for the next level, for the next rocket, now that we had our base. And I just went ahead and used those sea lanterns that I bought off that merchant, which made it really, really cool looking ramp here. And those zombies and whatnot, they could do all they wanted down there. And look at that creeper. He's just on the side waiting for me to mess up. But you know what? Oh, not this time. I'm keeping up here until the daytime. I kept going until the very dawn and just kept building my base. It was starting to look really cool now with these iron studs and whatnot, and I had my little launch pad, and everything was gone now. All the baddies were burnt up, and well, I decided, well, while I'm up here, I might as well just continue. Had my rocket second stage ready to go, and had my launch station. I went ahead and lifted off because, well, we were going to someplace else now. It's still really amazing every time I lift off. Really, really like it. It's just so peaceful. Anyways, I went back to the moon because, well, I needed even more iron, and I also needed more of those power shards. And let me tell you what, if you want to find iron, this is where you're going to find iron. It was really dark down here too, and I found this huge rift, and I also found more of those worm things because they're just underneath the ground here. And this place, man, it was just chock full of resources, more of those power cords, man. This was great. I had my axe out, and I was getting as much of those power shards as possible. I also was looking around for other things. There was some aluminum over there. Needed some aluminum for sure, because that's also very difficult ore to find. And got some people guarding it. Went ahead and did some parkour over here. This was great. I was gonna get him. Oh, and I knocked him into the lava. Well, that's how you do it. Anyways, I found some more aluminum ore here, and it was great. Big old chunk of it. Went ahead and just mined as much as I could because I needed it. And I really like getting jumping around on the moon, but sometimes it's kind of dangerous. I didn't have any water, and I just hoped and I prayed that I wouldn't die. I was at full hearts. I didn't burn up, thankfully. Anyways, I kept going, just kept lighting up the rift because there was more stuff I wanted to find, and on the other sides of the wall was lots of aluminum and lots of ore, and these things, I just had to clean them up. I found some more of that aluminum ore, and I was very careful to get it because it's right next to the lava, and it was just all over this place, and this material, you really needed a lot of it later. I went ahead and mined out some more of the tunnel, and one of those things tried to get me, jumped in the lava, and guess what? Well, that's what would have happened to me. I continued on mining like a madman. I must have spent, I don't know, 2-3 days just mining because, well, there was no skeletons on the moon, but there was plenty of ore to be mined, and as long as you had light up there, you didn't really get bothered by those little creepy things. And there's some gold and other materials here, but mostly iron. I mean, there was so much iron. I probably had, I don't know, I want to say like 10-12 stacks. I had so much iron, man. I was sick of mining. I got out of there. I had, my trip, and I just went ahead and just did a quick runabout of the moon just to check it out, see what else was on the surface, because I didn't really get a chance to see. And I just love bouncing around. So it was a great kind of experience. Bounced around. There was nothing up there, no baddies or anything. So I decided to go back to base and set up a little kind of building block basement kind of thing, for later. Maybe I come back and make something out of this. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, well, anyways, I get back to Earth and I set up my machinist. And those machinists, let me tell you what, you gonna need them because they're gonna give you some critical blocks. And I had to organize. I had so much stuff now. I mean, it was just, my bags were so full. These guys traded copper and other things, and well, eventually I ran out of materials and I needed to go back to the Nether. That's not ideal. So I went ahead and traded my hat and grabbed some more gunpowder, before I left. I guess an Enderman got in here and blocked it all off, so I had to kind of open up my thing. Oh, he's still there. Okay. Oh, no. I don't like Enderman. Anyways, I get back to the Nether and I trade as much as I can. Hey, man, those little kids, they do not give you anything. They just take your freaking gold bar. Give me my gold bar, little kid. Give me my gold bar. And this guy, well, he wasn't a great trader either. But eventually he did after like a whole freaking stack, give me some fire resistant potions. He was kind of, at one point I got 2 of them up there. Man, they were real stingy with those fire resist potions. They were just giving me lots of obsidian and just junk. Just junk. But yeah, as you can see there, they finally gave me one. I must have spent a whole day trading. Anyways, went back to the fortress that was nearby, and I made sure to clear it out because, yeah, these things. Having Wither and Hardcore is not the best. And, yeah, Mr. likes to be on the side. Well, he was still being on the side, and I didn't want him to bother me, so I went ahead and back to my little spawner where I knew there was, you know, the blazes, and I needed a lot more stuff. So I just kept at them for, I don't know, for a long time. I needed at least another, you know, 20 or so rods just to get everything together. And plus, I would probably need some more for later. And definitely I would need some for later. I cleaned up the area, and once I went back to my base, I went ahead and made some more boosters because this time I was ready. I was gonna go to Mars next, and I had to make some boosters in order to do that. And you take this machine and just pack it full of gunpowder. I have my little station up here, and well, I loaded it up with the trajectory that you get from the rocket dude, and everything was a-okay. Had my rocket boosters, put them on there. I wonder how many they took. Well, it was quite quickly. I was ready once again to blast off. I took another look at my world and just the things around it, and knew that very shortly this was all going to go away. There was a giant meteor that was going to come and just blast everything. I had to save the colony. Well, it was start time again, and I went ahead and got into my ship and blasted off. With the boosters installed, it was much quicker than before, and before you know it, I was on the red planet. Sure enough, the long shot was completed. This is where we were going to set up our villagers for the future, so I was taking a look, a gander, if you will, at just the surface. And it was pretty dry, arid, and what you would pretty much expect on Mars, where there's absolutely no water. I went ahead and just immediately started a base because time was sick, and those air tanks, they go really quick. So I went ahead and started making a base with all the materials that I brought with me, and I brought a lot of materials with me because you need everything just to kind of set up. So this was going to be the rocket base where I'd land. I wasn't quite sure if this was going to be the spot that we were going to colonize, but for the moment I needed a little base, and I went ahead and set it up with our, you know, life support system and the generators, and everything was looking good. Yeah, well, I was a very funky man. I was very funky. Went ahead and did some mining, getting coal. It was kind of just like an everyday kind of deal, getting lots of coal. Man, I didn't know how much coal I really needed. I needed a lot. It was way too much. Anyways, I found one of those, you know, rifts again, and you know, it's full of, you know, stuff. You know, there was lots of iron and just kind of just general stuff. And well, a little bit of aluminum. Well, I was happy to see that because I still needed aluminum. You need aluminum for a lot of stuff, especially for the water pipes and just the catalyzers and just a lot of stuff in the future for the launch pad. And mostly I found that I dig that up because it was a lot more valuable than, well, anything else, because I could just go to the moon if I needed iron. There's loads and loads of iron there. So this was really nice to see a lot of aluminum in these caves because it was kind of more rare. Another thing that I found a lot of, well, there was a lot of copper, and you need a lot of copper. Man, that was a long drop down there. I kind of took a look with my telescope. That's the only thing I really use that amethyst shard for, is just to make a telescope and just zoom around and, you know, make sure I'm doing what I want. And I did some exploring on the surface. It was daytime now, and kind of checked things out. There was some kind of weird rocks over here, and man, they took a long time to break. I mean, they were like obsidian, I guess, I don't know, and they broke out to kind of weird stuff like iron ore, but it was on a block form or something, I don't know. Anyways, I kept mining that stuff and found that these are kind of like lucky blocks. The more you mined them, the more different stuff would appear. You know, some redstone, it was kind of very interesting. Sure, in a future update, there would have been, you know, mining drill bit or something. But anyways, it took a long time to get through these little blocks, and every block was a surprise. I tell you what, you know, iron, copper, just lots of different stuff. And I mined a lot of it because I knew that there was something in this sand, and I had to find out what it was. So I kept mining until I found a huge discovery. Yeah, power shards. Oh, I was happy to see that. That was kind of unusual. So kicked out the stone, took the power shards because I needed those. Went back to base. My pockets full. I had to get back to my home base and use all the materials that I found here to continue to build. And I blasted off. I really just every single time I blast off, it's just amazing. Went ahead and landed back home, now 3 stories high. It's pretty cool. And we're up high because I still didn't deal with the monster problem. At least I had some iron golems, and well, it was day 31, so I needed to, you know, melt some of this stuff. My pockets are so full. I didn't really mind what was going outside because, you know, they were just gonna all burn up anyways. I mean, why do I deal with the trash? And plus I had some iron doors up now on my base, so monsters couldn't get me in the night. Of course, somehow, some way, this creeper got into my farm, and I don't know why these guys seem to have a short trigger. I hit him once. He was not very happy, but as soon as I walked up to him, boom. Yeah, no, that was not cool. Killed all my sheep. And then I had some uninvited guests in my kind of like where I was gonna put stuff. And then there's more around the corner. Man, this was getting unobtainable. It's kind of ridiculous. I was not having a funky time, that's for sure. Anyways, my rocket scientist friend, he, you know, was very nice, and he sold me some more plans, and I sold him more stuff, and it was great. It was a very funky time. I had my stuff, I had my seeds, my crops, just loads of stuff to go to the next planet because, you know, I was just gathering all these materials because I needed to be out of here in 100 days. Yeah, so went back to my rocket, blasted off once again. Every single time it gets me. Just seeing all the blocks in the future, it was very nice. We went ahead and landed on Ganymede. Now this is a moon over in Jupiter, and it's real cold. It's kind of funky cold. And it's very dark. I guess I landed when it was dark. Just lots of ice everywhere, and these things. I had a fire sword, fire aspect sword, which was great. And I guess you need these kind of crystal things on the top of the surface. Yeah, there's lots of these jumping things around. It was good for experience and just kind of killing these things. But man, there was a ton of them, just everywhere. I don't know where these things are coming from. Anyways, they were swarming my base where I had, you know, laid down some stuff, and at least they were giving me some ender eyes. But man, this place was not cool. I went ahead and just the next morning, when it got morning, just ran around and gathered, you know, crystals. They were easy to break. Yeah, it was kind of funky, you know. It was very easy things to break as we walked around. I did finally find, you know, in the ice here, the next shard, the cold shard, which would be needed for, you know, going to Mercury and stuff, because we needed a suit that can handle the heat. You know, it's you go to a hot planet without you know, a suit that can handle the heat, you're gonna fry up, and it's not very funky. No, not funky at all. Went ahead and went back to base. It was already dark, and those things really hide in the darkness. You cannot see them. So I was getting tagged left and right. I was just hitting things because I didn't know what was coming at me. I went ahead and hook off. Had you know, almost a couple crystals, and I had, you know, lots of power shards. That was great because we're gonna need those for the future. Those cold shards, I should say. Went ahead and landed next onto Mercury now that I had the plans, and wow. It was kind of hot up here. I was so glad that I had the heat resistant clothing on because it's kind of warm. Yeah. Anyways, I found all these boxes on the surface, and each box they just had some random stuff. I did it during the night because it was not very smart to be out on Mercury during the day because well, you're gonna burn up. Look at that, day 41. It's we're almost already halfway, and wow, I was way behind with everything. At least you know these boxes were pretty cool because they had different stuff in them. And, one of them had a diamond. I was really happy about that. So yeah, that really encouraged me to dig some more. I kept digging and just bouncing around, and the sun was starting to come up, and you know I knew that I needed to gather all my stuff here and just get everything I could because I needed to move on. So I went back to my little base and blasted back off to go back home. Yeah, I'd come back to Mercury a couple times just to get more wires and stuff. But I went ahead and landed back home, and it was raining. And I didn't see anything bad out there, so went ahead and went back into my base because now I had a lot more materials to work with. And hey, I was very happy man with a diamond. The next day, I had another machinist, and he finally was able to trade me the iron gear. Yeah, you need that iron gear in order to progress because you got to make the plates and whatnot. And you know, day 45, just trading them with these scavengers. That's the next step in order to get the parts because we're going to space now. Of course, yeah, nothing like creepers just creeping around your house and not dying immediately. They're no fun. I don't like them. Anyways, I grabbed my press and started making materials and different things that you needed, and it was a lot of things. I went ahead and decided to make myself a redstone elevator, I guess you want to say. I looked it up. I don't do redstone really a lot, and I wanted to make this really cool high-rise base and just, you know, make it really cool. So I went ahead and made myself an elevator, just looked at the video, and yeah, there it is. Look at that. It took me a couple days of building that, but that was a labor of love, that's for sure. I went ahead and, as you can see, blocked off the entire town, which it's a big town with fencing because I didn't want any more thing. And look at the size of this thing. This thing was massive. I was real proud of it. I went ahead and back into my little lab thing and had a lot of components, as you can see on the wall. It was very kind of sci-fi. It's looking real nice. Went ahead and packed my machine day 55. Now this is your starship basically that you're gonna need to go into space. You need all sorts of different components and just wires and plates and stuff. It's very complicated. And I used that redstone contraption because I was kind of tired of flipping that switch up and down, up and down, up and down. Man, I tell you what. My funky arms were just wanting to funk out. Let me tell you what. Anyways, I packed the machine with, you know, gold wires and whatnot, and whatever else it needed, display component, and just had it ready to go because we were ready to go to space. And now check out this contraption here. It's pretty cool. Man, it's kind of dangerous too. I'd find that out later. But up we went to the second, level, to the third level, and up to the final level here where we have our ship. Very nice. Taking a look. Oh, it's starting to rain. That's going to delay things. All right. Anyways, I loaded up my spaceship and, well, you have to beam to it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here we are in space. I was not very comfortable up here. I had my motors and my engines and stuff ready to go. Oh my god. Yeah, when you jump up here, it's terrifying. I immediately had to make sure that it's sealed. Oh my god. Once I got it sealed and everything running, air supply, oxygen tanks, you know, just the basic stuff that you need to keep going and make sure the blue light was good. Yeah, I was very happy with that. You know, I loaded up my ship with the cosmic crystals and hey, we're gonna take this little ship out for a spin. So, you know, I just played around with the controls and looked around. It's pretty cool. I guess it was dark or whatever, so, you know, I put some lights in there. It was pretty nice for a little spaceship. I went back home and beamed back home. And basically, I went ahead and grabbed some cows and some other things with the cryo tube. We were gonna need to transport, you know, the villagers and just things that we need to different planets. So obviously, we need some cryo tubes. It was day 68 now, and I needed some villagers too as well. So I went ahead out and grabbed a cryo tube, and I was looking for some, you know, settlers. Of course, you know, I don't know how these creepers get in. They just love to jump over fences or something. I don't know. Anyways, that one scared me a little bit. But yeah, went ahead and grabbed one of my cryo tubes because we're gonna need a villager. And I already had a couple more villagers, so I decided, hey, you know, one more or sheep or something like that, I guess. So I went ahead and, you know, got up my house with the red doors, and yeah, I found a sheep, and there you go. As easy as that. I had a whole village basically, you know, a couple of villagers, 2 sheep, 2 cows, yeah, life support system. Yeah, we were gonna make it. We were gonna make, you know, a town. I needed to grab a whole bunch of other stuff here, some glass and you know, a building base and just a whole bunch of stuff, magma, just in case it was too cold, you know, some other stuff. And I went ahead and decided to go out in the spaceship and just take a look around. We went ahead and passed by Jupiter, which is pretty cool. I don't know what planet that was. I think that was Ganymede, but I'm not sure. Or it's probably Io. Anyways, there's Jupiter with its big eye. Eventually, we came upon Europa, which I heard there was something on there. So we went ahead and beamed down there. Had some other ducks and stuff because I wanted to check it out. And it's kind of a barren place. And so we dug down the bedrock and we used this transport duck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was falling. Why was I falling? Why was I at the top of the world? This was not very funky. Went ahead and went back. Yeah, it was kind of wet. Yeah, I was not looking for that. So now the detour was over, I went ahead and plotted the ship back to Mars because, you know, obviously that's a much better choice than the other planet. And, you know, there goes our world. That's pretty cool out there, you know, the moon and different systems. Anyways, we got to the Mars planet and we had to stop our ship and got our cryo tubes ready because I thought, you know, hey, we're here, we're ready to, you know, build our base. And we beamed down and, oh, look at this cool mountain. Anyways, there's our old base. So, you know, I decided, hey, this is a great spot to settle down and get working. So I went ahead and got the dome constructor going. You know, and there's, once I got the power to it and everything, it was up and running. You know, once I figured it out how to work it. You know. Anyways, once I had everything going, I made sure that my dome was looking good, and I had my airlock block ready to go, and air was pumping. That was great. So I went ahead and started to build, the dome that all the colonists were going to be on. And I went ahead and used some metal and decided, hey, I'm going to make another dome. Now, this dome was going to be where all the plants and everything were going to be at because, well, you need to feed all the colonists. And it was running kind of slow a little bit because it wasn't powered up. But once again, you just have to wait for it to finish what it's doing. I brought some earth, well, some dirt back from Earth, I should say, and I used that to border out everything, and I started building a little hut thing for the command control center. This was going to be the heart of the colonists, and this is where, they're going to get orders and whatnot in the future. And, well, after I got it getting going, I went ahead and put all my colonists into the chest there for later. First, of course, I had to make sure that the town was ready to go because I don't want them to die, all of a sudden, just kind of out of cryo. Anyways, I went back to the regular dome and I started to put some more life support blocks and just making everything homey, and air was breathable, and put a plant down, a tree that was pretty cool, and filled up some of the room with dirt because I wanted some grass at least up here, some touches of home. I mean, you need to see some green here because there's nothing but red or dirt all over the place. Anyways, I went ahead and went to the other side, to our plant side, and put a trough down for the water. We need water obviously for all the plants. Thankfully I had enough stuff. Put up a life support generator so we can get everything ready for the plants, and went back to the regular base. Everything was looking great now. Had my rocket system going, some food and whatnot, and went back to Earth to grab some other stuff. I needed some brewing potions because these water breathing potions were going to be needed for the next stage. Well, at least I was going back to Europa because there was something down there. I wanted to check it out. It was already day 83. Man, time was just flying past. And, I decided just to do another couple turns in the boat and, do some fishing. I also found this room portal, and it had some other good stuff in it, which was great. I needed a silk touch axe, and that gave me a silk touch axe that I could use to get some grass. And of course, when I got back to base, I don't know how these creepers keep getting in here. I mean, it's kind of annoying at this point. Maybe from the creeper generator? I don't know. Anyways, 85 was going by, and I grabbed some, dirt with some grass on it because, well, you need some grass on the planet. And plus, I needed to grab some other stuff anyways. I went back up there to Mars and started planning and started just basically making my farm. I was really happy to see the grass rapidly spreading once I put it down. So I went ahead and, made a giant farm, basically, with all the water and the dirt and everything, so it could be ready for harvest. It was already day 86, and man, these days are flying by now, and I'm loving just jumping with like little to no gravity and just hopping around and just making sure that I get everything. I went ahead and released one of the villagers, and he wasn't quite accustomed to the yeah, we're here on Mars, dude. Okay, he was kind of freaked out, so I dropped him off a little bit closer to his bed. Okay, he was still kind of freaked out. I would be too if you were, cryo-tubed and then just dropped off here. Anyways, I went ahead and, gave him a job. So he was going to be the farmer. Farmer Joe was going to be here, and basically that's what his job was. It's just going to be farming all the time. It's a pretty good life. It's pretty funky. I went back to the control panel room and grabbed some of the sheep, and I realized I'm going to have to get a fence for the sheep, because I don't want sheep going all over the place and, you know, just making a mess, whatnot. Anyways, grabbed my sheep and some cows and just, you know, made sure everything was going good. And trying to get them in the corral was a problem. Yeah, well, at least I could grab them in the cryo tube and bring them back, and you know, make sure that they don't go anywhere. Yeah, just put them in the corner there. They were hanging out, and I closed the fence, but I realized that I could just, you know, super jump. Anyways, day 87 already, and the town was looking pretty good. I was pretty happy about everything. Town was looking good. Grass is growing. You know, it was time for me to put down some colorful stuff. You know, check on the villagers that I released. Everything was hunky-dory, very good, and just you know, made the place a little bit more festive. You know, because they're gonna be here for a while. So you want some color at least, you know. So I had some color wool and just put it down, some cyan, magenta colors and whatnot, and just made the place look real nice and kind of futury, anyways. And why you guys are always in the door? Can I get by? Oh, this guy sells a space cat. Oh, I want a space cat. Anyways, I went back over to the farm area and realized I forgot all the seeds. Where did I put all the seeds? No? Okay, I was looking all over here. Made sure my rocket was ready to go. The liquid rocket is such a great invention because you don't have to get so much gunpowder and blasting caps and whatnot, and just it's one of these really amazing things. Anyway, so I needed some more stuff from home. I blasted off what a great shot of the two domes and the huge mountain. I'm gonna call that Mount Doom. You know, because it's probably doomy if I wanted. I was gonna check it out at least, you know, just give it a good look. But that was pretty nice. I went back home and you know, I kind of realized that I was getting close, you know, to finishing everything. I was feeling pretty good, feeling really funky. Anyways, I went and climbed down my ladder because I forgot that I sent down the thing and grabbed, you know, seeds and fruit and just, well, any kind of thing that we could use to plant up there because, well, you know, we need materials. I went ahead and just chopped down all my stuff from the farm and chopped down these pumpkins. This was super important. You'll find out later on. I don't know why I only had 2 later, but anyways, went ahead and climbed back up. It was raining. Had my alchemy stand because I had a plan. We were going to go back to Europa and we were going to discover what was underneath the bedrock. So I went ahead and blasted back to Mars, making sure that I had my seeds and whatnot, because we were going to give everybody everything, and everything was looking good. Where's everybody? Hi, sheep. Oh, there they are. Anyways, I went ahead and gave them some, you know, encouragement to, you know, make more sheepies, and grabbed my seeds, all my seeds, and I just started planting. It was gonna look real nice. I had, you know, some wheat and some berries and just all sorts of different kinds of stuff, you know. And you got some, I don't know what that was, and had some, you know, other things in there, probably, I don't know. Anyways, it was time to go to Europa. It was day 90. I had 10 days left. We had our colony up in space. Everything was running smooth, but I was real curious about going to the planet, you know, going to Europa to see what was underneath the waves, because this was one thing that was really bugging me. So with a water breathing potion, I went ahead and drunk that and dived to the depths of Europa. It was a long, it was a funky long way. Let me tell you what. Well, you got down there. It was kind of creepy, but at least there was lights. There was lots of whatever that was, and it wasn't hot or cold, and I didn't have to worry about, you know, air underneath here. There was some other stuff here, like these living crystal things on the floor. It was pretty cool. I went ahead and just took another look around here. There's lots of different alien life. It was very cool. I went ahead and set up a little base there, as you can see in the distance, and it just kept swimming around. I was very curious, funky guy, and I wanted to find out what these things were. If they weren't dangerous or anything, it was a good thing anyways. So I kept mining these living crystals because I knew that these shards would be useful in other materials, I guess. So I went ahead and grabbed those and had my little, base underneath and grabbed some other stuff and just, made myself a little stand down there. So next time I come, I'd be ready. I used some sponges and whatnot. I tried to grow a tree down here. I don't know why I thought growing a tree underwater would work. Anyways, I went ahead and made my way up to the top of the world, basically, which is under the world. Okay, it's kind of I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, I went ahead and swam up to the top of the world and went back to take a look at the giant planet Jupiter. Man, it was pretty cool. Something was calling me this way though, and I jumped over and something was over here. There was something. What the heck is this? Holy cow! What the heck? All right, somebody's got to tell me what this is. This is way too creepy, man. Look at the eye of Jupiter in the distance. Whoa. It's kind of freaking me out right now. So yeah, that happened. It was kind of creepy. I decided to get out of there and go back to base because I only had a couple of more days and wanted to grab some stuff from home, and because any day that asteroid was coming, and it would smack into the face of my world, and that'd be it. That'd be everything, game over. Anyways, I flew through space and stopped back at Mars to see how everything was going. Everything was going great. Some bamboo was growing, and had my little work benches and life support seemed going, and all the sheep ate all the grass. So why did I put up that fence? Anyways, I went ahead and grabbed some more food because I would be in charge of making sure that all the villagers got their requirements that they're gonna need. Gotta feed them. I went ahead and was kind of curious too about that giant, like, massive stone thing, and it was really big. Underneath there's pretty much nothing, just caves and rock and whatnot. Kind of boring, but at least I explored it. I'd probably go back later, once everything was said and done. But I went back home now that I've kind of looked at Mount Doom at least a little bit, and I made sure that everything was airtight and everything was working. And just one more casual check. It's day 96, so only 4 more days to go. I made sure to feed all the colonists. They were probably hungry. I hadn't feeding them for a while, so they were very excited with the vegetables and the beets that I was giving them, and they were all over the place, man. They really wanted some food. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry it took so long. Here's another one. There you go, guys. Yeah. Have some more. Anyways, I went back to base because I still had some more materials, and I went ahead and went back down. I was gathering the very last of everything we needed because, just in 3 more days, day 100, hi, Mr. Kit Kat, sorry, can't take you. I needed to get it out of there. So, it was day 98. I was feeling pretty good. Only 2 more days. I had all my stuff. Made sure all the villagers on the Earth, at least, they had something to celebrate. I felt kind of bad about that. Made sure I planted a couple more things. Hey, who knows? Maybe something. Anyways, that night was a little surprise. Yeah, raid. I don't know where these things came from. Just my entire base was overrun. Creepers blow up in one shot. What's going on? It left a big hole. And yeah, at least my iron golems got out there and they did some heavy lifting, and you know, so did my sword. I made sure that that I got them. You know, thank goodness I had that sword and those things. And I missed a creeper. Well, yeah, he kind of left the hole open. Oh my god. No, not like this. I ran away and got into my base, and yeah, everything was great. Yeah, everything was just fine. Thanks to those iron doors. Unfortunately, my entire you know, base operation was being overrun. I went ahead and went out and just, you know, got some stragglers. I had an idea though, so I was gonna, you know, since all my guardians were now dead, you know, grab some iron and, you know, take care of the problem myself. I only had 2 pumpkins, and I made sure to carve out their faces because, well, you know, I was gonna need that to make some more iron columns, because let me tell you what, yeah. Anyways, it was the next day. Only had one more day. Oh my god, day 99, and still going through a raid, and well, there's a witch over there, and it wasn't good. No, it was not funky. I went ahead and, you know, summoned my two remaining guys, and I didn't know what to do next. But then, you know, I went ahead and went out and, you know, cleared out some more, and it was not very funky. No, sir. Oh man, I was not doing good. No, I was a funky guy, not doing good. Anyways, I went back to my base, and it was still bad out there, and my iron golems were not gonna make it. So I had to do something else, something drastic, and there was a tanner or something out there, so I had to make a bow. I have a bow now. I'm really bad at bows. Like, watch this, watch. Yeah. Oh, I hit him. I was surprised. He couldn't hit me. I was doing good. I was killing whatever that thing he was riding on, and then this guy was killing this guy. You know, just taking pot shots. I ran out of arrows, and oh man, they hit hard. But eventually, that night, day 99. I finally beat it. I was the hero of the village. I was on cloud 9, and then I realized it was day 100. And if I was not out of here by that night, that everything would go. So I took my trusty steed, well, the trusty steed that I just got, and got into the elevator, and I was going up. Everything was great. I was hoping to bring my trusty horse Steve with me, and you can see that things didn't go according to plan. Yeah. Anyways, sorry Steve, sorry, you know, things didn't work out. Anyways, I bid adieu to this Minecraft world. I watched it slowly fade away, and, you know, I watched Mars slowly come into view. You know, landing on Mars, it was real nice. I had saved the day. I had, you know, gotten the villagers onto a new planet. They were making out. Okay, guys, hey, you want to get a room? Really? Kids, okay. That escalated quickly. Oh man, look at him jump. Anyways, man, this was great. Day 100. Everything was safe. We had saved our Minecraft world. There was a time to celebrate, and I was really proud of myself. I went ahead and traded with the main dude here, and I got myself personal beamer, and I got myself the space cat. That's right. I had my little space cat buddy. Oh, look at him go. Oh, hey, he's a quick one. Oh, look at him go. Yeah, whoa, he just knocks things out of his way. Wow. Anyways, There's the space guy. Hi, how are you doing? I'm gonna call you Max, okay? All right, yeah, good deal. All right. Anyways, I grabbed that and personal beamer, and decided to have one more addition to the base. I got some, glass and whatnot, and I had a special surprise. So I made sure it was sealed up and everything was going good, and they had the water in it, and made sure that life support was going good. Made sure that I had my friend. Oh yes, here we are, an axolotl on Mars in water. Hey, how's it going? He wasn't. I don't think he was dying. I was hoping not. Okay, after a while, it looks like he was okay, just kind of floating there, just floating around. Yeah, you're on a different planet, dude. Yeah, you are on Mars, an axolotl on Mars. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, it was pretty cool. Man, oh, you like that kelp? I put the kelp in there. Don't die. Anyways, so I took another victory lap basically around the 2 domes that I have built. Everything looking cool, everything growing. This is great. Oh, look, is that an iron golem? That was so crazy. There's an iron golem over there. Anyways, hey, funky people. I hope you have enjoyed this this little ride, this 100 days of me going out into space and being able to survive and being able to save all the villagers. And hey there. Hi there. Hi there, Iron Golem, how you doing? And this is great. This is my first 100-day video, and I really hope you guys like it. I'll do like follow-ups, comment on here, hey, I really like your setup and whatnot. And look at that. This is everything going, and we got our ships and everything. We can go to different planets still and colonize them. Anyways, funky people, this is Gerfunkable, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it as well. Until then, I will see you guys the funk later.